Travelers from outside the U.S. will continue to face restrictions coming into the country as President Joe Biden formally reinstates COVID-19 travel restrictions on more than 24 countries in an attempt to limit the spread of COVID. His latest executive order formally reverses the former president's call to lift the travel bans just before his term ended, following the advice from the CDC that all international travelers be required to offer a negative COVID test within 3 days of boarding any flight. The restrictions prohibit travelers from the UK, Ireland, and 26 countries throughout Europe, as well as Brazil and now also South Africa, where researchers recently discovered new mutations of the virus not yet found here in the U.S. Though a separate variant of the virus, this one originating in the United Kingdom, has already been detected here in several states. U.S. infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci calls Biden's decision to reimpose the restrictions prudent given the current wave of infections.
If the variant that has greater degree of transmissibility becomes dominant, we're going to be faced with another challenge of a virus that has a more efficient capability of spreading.
Fauci says these new strains do impact the efficacy of current COVID vaccines very modestly, but not so much that they don't work. Still, scientists are preparing to adapt the vaccines if necessary. Meanwhile, countries throughout the globe are implementing their own restrictions on travel, including most of the countries impacted by Biden's new executive order. This means Americans will need to meet specific requirements like proof of a negative test when looking to enter other countries as well.
It's beginning to move, but I'm confident we will beat this. We will beat this, but we're still going to be talking about this in the summer. We're still going to be dealing with this issue in the early fall.
To keep Americans informed, the White House's press secretary says the new president will begin holding COVID briefings featuring medical experts 3 times a week starting Wednesday. Reporting for NewsNet, I'm Abigail Taylor.